Hi YouTube, and thank you for watching my channel. If you've ever been in a messy situation, definitely leave the details down below. So today we're going to be talking about the messiest shit I have ever done and honestly ever got myself into. I thought my mom was talking to me. Okay, so at this time I had just moved to Georgia. Well, I had been here for a few months and I was looking for a job because I kept finding them scamming ass jobs. Or the human trafficking ass jobs, like all kinds of crazy ass shit. So I was looking for a job and I was like, I'm just gonna do word of mouth. My sister's play brother, Sir Charles, well, her and her husband's play brother, Sir Charles, told me about a job that was hiring, and he was like, "Yeah, they pay pretty decent. It's a good job." Da 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 da. So I was like, I don't really have no choice. I need to get my foot in the door, just gain some more movement. I had a pretty hefty savings, so I was living my fucking best life. But I was like, I gotta get my shit together because I came here to get my shit together so I can stunt on my ex because I was so childish. But being honest, during that process of trying to stunt on him, I really found myself and found happiness in what I like and all that extra shit. So it was a blessing in disguise. But yeah, I was like, so I can stunt on my ex. I gotta get my shit together. But mind you, I had my shit together. Um, I had my shit together, but I wanted to move to a new state, start all over again. Um, so yeah. So I was like, okay, Sir Charles, I'm gonna take this job. I'm gonna see what it do. The job was shit. The job paid shit. But the job gave us like free food every month. So our fridge was like our fridge and no, our pantry. I'm sorry, our pantry stayed full. We only had to buy like meats and shit. So the job was pretty lucrative in its own way. But I was like, I gotta get cute, I gotta get fly. It's time to really find what I like, the look I want, whatever. So I'm looking for someone to do my hair. I keep finding these motherfuckers that want you to pay like 100 and something dollars, buy all of the supplies, then pay a fee, and then they be late or they be canceling and have the audacity to want to half-ass reimburse you if you like all kinds of fluky ass shit. So I was in like the country area and I did not want to go all the way to Atlanta, Georgia just to get my hair done. So I was like, this is gonna have to work. Why it look so blurry? Okay, that's looking a lot better. Like, what the fuck did I have on my phone? But yeah, so I still take the job anyway because the job was fun as fuck. Like, okay, I was meeting people, getting numbers. Who is it? What you want? What? No. Don't come to my door and ask me if we use the mop. What the hell that got to do with anything? Get up. Leave me alone. Okay, so I was loving that fucking job. I was, cause I was newly single after a 3 year relationship. So I had me a Monday, Tuesday, a Wednesday, but I was celibate, so don't even try and flex on me. I was celibate, but I loved going out. Um, so yeah, let's get to the messy shit. So my sister's like, oh well, Sir Charles' girlfriend Carlton does hair. And I'm like, who the fuck? Wait, when did Sir Charles get a girlfriend? And she was like, the girl that be coming over our house with him. She was like, see, you be in the room too much. You always in your own little world. That's why you'll never notice shit. Yeah, I used to be in my room on the goddamn game playing Call of Duty. So when people come over, I really don't notice them unless I leave the room. And being honest, my eyesight is so damn bad. If I don't have glasses on when I'm walking around the house, like I'll say hey and speak because I don't know who the fuck I'm talking to. So it just was what it was. So she was like, yeah, Carlton does hair and she normally charges about $60. So I was like, okay, well, I Yes, I'll see what Carlton can do. Being honest, I have like an phobia of motherfuckers in my hair. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I have been to the salon where they accidentally chop off all your hair. I went in for a swing bob, y'all, one day, and my bob was supposed to be like right here and then like right here in the back. Bitch cut all my hair up to my ears and said it was on an accident. Like, how the fuck do you go that high on an accident? You could have just did a blunt bob once you got here. Like, what were you doing? So I went in for a swoop bang like Nicki Minaj and left out looking like fucking Austin Powers. Um, so I'm really scared of people touching my hair. I had one girl do my hair and it was magnificent, and I haven't had no, well, I thought I wasn't gonna have nobody touch that since. So, but I was like, I'm gonna give her a chance, cause apparently she know me. So how bad could it go? I'll go over there like 2 3 days later. I'm getting my hair done, and as I walk in, she greets me or whatever. But she was very odd. Like, normally your stylists be talking to you, they be pretty social or whatever. And I could feel her reading my text over my shoulder. So of course I'm not gonna go into that private, but like it was just like, you don't want to talk, but you want to read my damn text messages over my fucking shoulder and shit. And then, y'all, when she was braiding my hair, she was dead ass like punching me with her knuckles. I have gotten my hair braided a lot of times. I have never had nobody punch me with their fucking knuckles over and over and over again. So I'm just thinking maybe this bitch is heavy handed, or maybe her hands are just fat. So yeah, I was like, let me give Carlton the benefit of the doubt. But my her aura was off from the moment I entered the door. I did not fucking like her aura. Now when I feel like I don't like somebody aura, I leave. I don't give a fuck what the service is. I don't care if you're my therapist. I need to request the new one. I don't like that one. Aura reading is really important, but those of us that do aura read, sometimes you feel like your intuition may be leading you the wrong way, or it's bad to judge people off back, so you don't want to believe it, so you allow people to put you into situations that you could have avoided by simply following your intuition in the first fucking place. But yeah, so I'm trying to figure out why the fuck she keep punching me. So then her homegirl ends up doing the ends of my hair. She did the root, her friend did the ends. Came out of nowhere and just did the ends. And normally I do not like channeling energies, unknown energies in my head. But I'm like, bitch, you want your hair done? Ain't you paying $60? Shut the fuck up. So I nicely shut the fuck up and just relaxed and watched TV. But I felt like she was being heavy handed on fucking purpose. I started the conversation. I kept the conversation going just to kind of get to know her a bit, since I had no idea who she was and never even noticed her coming over to our house. I could only remember seeing her one time, and everybody swore I've met her on numerous occasions. So I'm like, well, let me just, talk to her, see if I could remember who the fuck she is in the first place, since she's a family friend. And me and the homegirl doing more talking than her. And I guess we can name the homegirl Sour Patch. So me and Sour Patch were talking more than her. And we're Kiki and Kakan, and she started to seem mad. So when she got to the top of my hair, this is all I felt. I was like, hold the fuck up. This bitch got me fucked up. I was like, I think you heavy handed. So after that, she was like, oh, I'm sorry. You could have been apologizing. Well, you should have been apologizing this whole entire time. Like, you don't have no fucking manners, no home training. At that point, it was a wrap for her. Like, in my book, once you rub me the wrong way, you're done. So, but me and the homegirl still talking. And in the end, I leave. I did bring a $20 tip for her, but the service was ass. It was as fuck, the whole no conversation. The fact that she was completely standoffish. The fact that she was punching me with her knuckles. I've never had nobody do that shit. I do not believe that shit was an accident, even to this day. And when I checked her about it, she just tried to pretend that it was an accident. Wouldn't even really address it. Like, like a scary asshole. But So I kept my tip to myself. So I gave her the little $60 and I left. And I will say that Carlton can do some fucking hair. Carlton is a beast. Whatever. I don't care how bad I don't like the girl. She did my damn hair. And she did the double braiding, like tuck kind of method, which is extremely great for those with natural hair because it really protects your hair from breakage. And I know you've been to the salon where you have natural hair and the bitch can't get your hair inside of the braid because they didn't put some shit on it that made your hair fluff out and frizz. So instead of doing your hair the right way, they cut your shit off. And a lot of stylists don't know how to do black people hair. And I'm talking about the black stylists. They don't know how to do black people hair. So you'll often go to the hair salon and your hair will be fucked up as opposed to when you went in. So I really just don't be trusting it no more. But I was really grateful for the fact that the bitch did not cut off my hair, because I've had that happen a couple of times where they can't get my hair in a braid because they're not used to braiding 4C hair, so they just chop the shit off. So at least she did. At least she ain't fucked me up. To make it look good for a picture, because the motherfuckers will cut your shit off for Instagram. Like for a couple of likes, they'll cut your shit off. So I get home. I tell my sister how it went. She was like, I ain't never had her punch me in my face before with her knuckles or none of that. I'm like, you never had her like boom, 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 and I did it. I'm like, beep, 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 all over her face. She's like, no. And I wish a bitch would touch me like that. And I was like, well, maybe she don't like me. And she was like, I don't know why she wouldn't like you. Y'all have never had an actual conversation. She only sees you in passing. Then that's what me and my sister sat down, and she was like, well, she comes over to the house a lot, but you're normally gone on dates, occasions, having your hot girl summer, so you're never really home. And I was like, okay, I guess that makes sense why I've never seen her. I go to work, and this girl comes up to me, and she was like, hey, girl. And I'm looking. Y'all know I can't fucking see. Mind you, I worked at a warehouse, and I could not fucking see without my glasses. And I couldn't wear my glasses to work because they had these goggles we had to wear, but they didn't have the kind that you could wear over glasses. So I couldn't see shit. I'm like, who the fuck is this coming up to me? Who is this? Because like, normally people be like, yo, what's up? You know, but never, hi, girl. Like, how are you? And it was Sour Patch. So apparently me and Sour Patch both worked with Sir Charles. And she was like, oh, you know, Sir Charles don't work here no more. And I was like, why? And I can't even remember the reason she gave, whatever it was. I had never even noticed that he no longer worked there, or that he wasn't coming in, because his shift left as I was coming in. So it wasn't like often that I would actually catch him. So me and Sour Patch are just Kiki and Kakan, and we had a fucking blast at work. Okay, it was fun. The day went by so quick. That 8 hours felt like an hour and 30 minutes. And then at the end of the shift, she was like, you know what? You're actually cool as fuck. Carlton told me that you was a stuck-up bitch that don't really talk to nobody, only care about yourself. Look, basically on some little ugly bitch think she the shit type shit. And I was like, so that's why Carlton was acting funny. You know, it makes sense now. And she was like, yeah, she don't like you. And she didn't want to do your hair. That's why she had an attitude. So she called me over there to get it done quickly, knowing that I don't really know how to do hair, because she didn't want to be in her house with you for so long since she didn't like you. And she was like, and you know that girl scared of you? Carlton is like 6 fucking foot. I was 5'0" at the time, and Carlton was 300 pounds. I was 105 pounds. I don't know why Carlton was scared of me. But being honest, she really could have just had a conversation with me about whatever it was that she didn't like about me. And Sour Patch was just like, yeah, she just don't like you because she feel like you get a lot of attention. And I'm like, how the fuck would she know I get a lot of attention unless she's sitting back talking about me with somebody, because I'm never home. And don't nobody know where I be going but me. Like, I share my location with my sister, and I let her know when I'm getting to the correct spot safely and when I'm on my way home. That way she knows, you know, what's up. But I don't actually be like, yeah, I'm going out with this nigga, this nigga, this nigga. Well, sometimes me and my sister had those talks, but really I still don't see how the fuck she would know that. And it did not occur to me that in order for her to know what was going on and that I had all the hoes, or the hoes that I did have, someone had to have been watching me and going back and talking shit about me to her. And after watching my whole video, I'm pretty sure that Sour Patch was the person telling her about the niggas I had at the job and going back and talking shit about. Unless she's seen my sauce in person. And I still don't know how, because I don't really remember seeing this girl to save my life, except for one time. So she was like, yeah, Sour Patch just don't like you because she feel like you get a lot of attention and you don't really talk. And I was like, what do you mean I don't really talk? She was like, well, when she come over, you don't really come out and greet her respectfully. Bitch, if I am playing the motherfucking game, I am not coming out to see no hoe that ain't there for me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care who you are. I'm not coming out of my room to greet my roommate's guests. That is a waste of my motherfucking time. Now, if I see your ass in passing, I'm gonna greet you out of respect, but I am not about. And that's the crazy. Like, ever since I moved here, bitches think that you are supposed to break holy grail ground in heaven and earth to say hi to them out of respect. I had a bitch get mad at me because I didn't walk 10 minutes to the other side of the office and say hello to her every morning. Like, bitch, we don't even work in the same fucking department. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So when she said that her main issue with me is because I don't talk to her, I was like, I've never even noticed that girl at my house except for one time. She was like, yeah, well, she said she'd be over your house all the time and you don't come out your room. Because I'm either on a location or I'm playing the game. Either way, I'm not coming out. Like, what the fuck? So at that point, I was like, now that I know this bitch don't like me, she'll never be greeted. And I think I ended up seeing her throughout that week. Like, all of a sudden, she started coming over a lot more and, like, being all in my face. And I couldn't figure out why, like, at all. But, of course, I still didn't talk to her because after finding out what she said about me, I really just didn't care, like, protect my energy. So, anyways, a week go by. Who the fuck is calling me? Okay, because my towel has like where it like shreds a little bit. And I hate that fucking towel. But back to the video. Cause why the fuck was he calling me? So she started coming over a little bit more, all in my face or whatever. Trying to be cool out of nowhere. I have no idea why. And I go back to work because I kinda don't know why I didn't go to work for about a week or so. No, Sour Patch didn't go to work for a week or so. So I go back to work and I see Sour Patch like a week or so later. And she was like, hey girl, I ain't been coming in for a while because I ain't really had no ride because I lost my car. I was like, you ain't had no ride? Why didn't you just ride to work with well, her and Sir Charles work different shifts. So I was like, why didn't you just ask Carlton for a ride? And she was like, Carlton been acting funny. Apparently she don't like me because I told her that I was talking to you and you was pretty cool. And I was like, oh, so she cut your ass off. I'm pretty sure it was something else to it, you know, and that's just what she was telling me, whatever. And she was like, then me and her got into it because she's cheating on Sir Charles, and Sir Charles is a good ass dude, got a whole fucking sugar daddy, taking care of her and sending her a whole bunch of money, but she's robbing Sir Charles, taking his whole check and blowing it instead of paying the bills and the rent for the kids to have a roof over their head. And I was like, oh my God, no. Like, because she's telling me all the tea. And I do not like people where when y'all stop being friends, they run and tell your business. Especially if you did not do that shit to them. It would be different if she had told me about how she was doing Sir Charles, knowing how close he is to my family, telling me about how she was doing him prior because old state she felt guilty for holding a secret, or if she just simply told Sir Charles out of respect that this man has been giving her a ride to work, making sure she has money because that's her homegirl whenever she's broke. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that she only told me because they had a falling out, I wasn't feeling it. I wasn't vibing off of it. And she was like, yeah, that's why she be getting into arguments with him so she can go see her other nigga. And she be taking all the money and paying her biker fees and getting her hair done and getting new outfits. And she don't even watch their child. Their child be with her mama and she won't even let the dad have the child whenever she don't want the child. But her child is always with her mother. Like, she's just going off telling all Carlton's business. Now, word on the streets was already that Carlton really didn't take care of her child. Her child was always with her mother. She was always out with her hoes. Like, that was just already word on the street. So it just was what it was. So I went home and I told my sister because It was messy, but being honest, Sir Charles was so close to the family. It would have felt bad to watch him be used for his money. Like literally, the she was really just out to destroy him, bleed him dry, then hop on to the next nigga, and then continue this cycle of draining niggas out their money, emotionally fucking them up, physically fucking them up. She was one of those women where she felt like, oh, I'm a woman, so I can beat on you, but you can't touch me because I'm a woman. That's what she was. So beat on you, steal your money, and I don't know what the fuck kind of coochie she had to make niggas stay and get beat up and robbed and keep coming back. But the shit was probably magical. So, anyways, my sister ended up telling Sir Charles. No, my sister told her husband. Her and her husband sat down, they talked, and they was trying to decide what they were gonna do with the information. And they was like, we honestly just want to hear from the source and let the girl tell us before we take it to him, because he's not gonna believe us, because he was so fucking in love with Carlton. Like he already had signs that she was cheating, but in his head he would make it anything else. Like I don't give a fuck if the bitch got hit by a bus and was on a ferry instead of riding some niggas. He was in La La Land. So they was like, we're gonna call her for the facts. My girl started dropping dates. Oh, well, on this day, when they got into an argument and she went missing and said she was at her mom's house, she was out in this area of Georgia with this nigga right here. Let me send you his picture. He be dropping her money. He's the one that makes sure she got her nails and hair done. Now, mind you, like I said, she takes Sir Charles's check and told him that she's using this check to get her nails and hair done. So he's like struggling to keep the bills and rent paid. They're really far behind, close to eviction. And the point of, he has two other kids other than the one he has with her. So, you know, he's like worried. And she's just like living it up because she's like, I can fall back on my mom or one of these niggas got me. You know what I'm saying? So he's like not understanding why she's not panicked by this. So it's just crazy. So she's dropping dates on the weeks they get into arguments, where this girl's at, what niggas she go see, what niggas come over their house to fuck her when, cause you know, when the fuck could they possibly have the time? Like she's dropping those jewels. And my sister's husband was looking at his text messages from Sir Charles, kind of like seeing if they add up with the timeline of what he told him was going on. Man, when I tell you what girl said added up to a T, like a T, the shit was, at that point I was like, she's weird. Like, unless she's looking at text messages, how in the hell can you remember the dates of all of your homegirls' most recent times cheating? And she was like, half the time she had me lying for her, which is why I know the dates. Now, those make sense, the ones where she has you lying for her. But what about the ones where her mother is lying for her? Like, how do you know those dates too? Know exactly what she was doing? And how did, like, it is really matching up from, like, even when her boyfriend is tracking the location of her phone and don't know what a place is, where she's at, what she's doing over there. You know, like, this girl had all the information. So at this point, my sister's husband was pissed. And my sister was pissed. She was like, how the fuck can she do him like that? We already told her to stop beating on that man and robbing him for his check, and we wasn't gonna keep putting up with her bullshit. Like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So they ended up telling Sir Charles. And I ain't never seen somebody so heartbroken, so destroyed, so distraught. I felt really good that he knew. Because mind you, like I say, he has two other kids that need him, and this woman does not give a fuck. She doesn't care if him and his kids are homeless. You know, having a secondary home for your kids in case anything happens with the dominant parent is mandatory. It is a must. Like, she was moving so foul, putting him at risk, his freedom in jeopardy, like doing a whole bunch of foul ass shit. I'm just gonna be honest. She was doing a whole bunch of foul ass shit. And when he found out about it, they sent him the messages. They had the phone call already recorded, so he could hear it from the girl. The girl was never going to tell him. Never. Because she wanted to appear that she was trying to help without appearing to be helping. You know what I'm saying? So we aren't as close to Carlton as her. So if we told him this shit, he would never believe us. Because he's like, why would she tell y'all? Because she don't even like you. And she's close to your sister, but they not that close. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, I felt bad. You know, we all tried to help him through it, getting on his feet. He did not want to evict her from the house. In Georgia, it's his house. Okay, it is his house solely. But in Georgia, even if someone is beating on you, etc., you cannot just put them out. You have to file for an eviction. It can be processed a little bit quicker as a domestic violence eviction. And we was telling him about that shit. This bitch then flipped the script. She opened up to him about the dude she was cheating on, how he's bigger, got more money, tried to make him feel as small as possible. When I tell you, you know how somebody is saying anything possible to get you to hit them because they want to get you mad, they want to get a reaction. He fell for it and he hit her ass for the first time. And the first time he hit her ass, she done called the police and got him evicted from his own fucking place. That is how it works. And mind you, this man, it basically like really fucked with his freedom. I think he ended up doing time over it. I can't quite remember, but the situation ended so sad. However, this man has found the love of his life. He is now in a relationship with a woman that cherishes and loves him. They are moving towards getting married and starting a family. I am so happy to see him happy. Not okay,
so I had to end it there because, of course, I don't know the specifics for exactly how it ended. I only know how he recovered and came back from the situation, which was fine and well. But thank you for watching my channel. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you've ever been in a messy ass situation, leave that down below.